Hundreds of schools all across Missouri got a combined $50 million from the state for safety upgrades.
And here in the tri-state, several districts are a part of that. And WGEM's Dylan Smith was in many today. So Dylan, what's our school officials focusing on with this funding?
Well, Mackenzie, nothing is off the table so long as it fits each district's award. But the focal points in two districts, though, are cameras.
In the Hannibal School District, almost everything can be seen with just a few clicks of a mouse. Who enters the building? And it's those eyes from above that Superintendent Susan Johnson says are critical to keep up with.
If something happens, we know exactly what happens because we can view that ourselves.
Because technology is always changing. Safety upgrades over the years, Johnson says, have brought 2 school resource officers to the district, along with key card entry for most buildings. But she says the cameras serve a purpose outside of when something goes wrong as well.
Normally, I would even have it called up just, looking around our district and making sure everything looks as it should be, especially like with our arrival and dismissal times.
In Lewis County, Superintendent John French says his cameras are very outdated, and like Johnson, that's his priority.
What can we get the most bang for our buck and be the best stewards of the taxpayers' money?
But one thing he says will remain a concern is that the front of the high school has a significant amount of glass. At some point, he'd like to change that, but in the meantime, he's considering using a portion of the grant for shatterproof coverings.
That's the whole point of what we do. So now's time for us to get to work and figure out what's the best way to use that money for the safety of the kids.
And the upgrades, of course, must be approved by the school board before they're actually made in Hannibal. And with board approval, the superintendent says the upgrades will happen as fast as the equipment can get there. Mackenzie?
All right, thank you so much, Dylan. Knox County Schools, Monroe City, Palmyra, Rawls, and Scotland County Schools are also receiving money for school safety.